What up? Welcome to the video. Coach KT here. Today we're going to be taking you through a full day of eating on my high day, 7 weeks out for my first bodybuilding competition in which I will be competing in classic physique. Before we get started, please make sure that you're subscribed to my channel. At some point in time, like the video, leave me a comment. All of these things help to boost me up in the algorithm and get my channel some more exposure. So like my shit, subscribe to my shit, help me out. And yeah, let's get rolling and get to eating because I am fucking hungry. Alright, so trying to get my first meal of the day sorted. Actually, at this point, I'm not on a set meal plan. I have macros that I follow. That's not to say that I do flexible dieting. I guess you could say it is, but really it's still very restricted eating. It's a small list of food that I generally choose from, but I don't have a set meal plan. But you know, my protein sources are basically just lean protein, you know, chicken, egg whites, and lean steak. That's it. Carb sources are white rice, potatoes, bagels on like my high day, shit like that. On my high day, I get to have some sugary carbs and some more calorically dense stuff because the carb load is pretty high. I think it's like 850 grams today. So, you know, I haven't eaten the same meal or the same exact meals 2 days in a row in this whole prep, and we're 7 weeks out of a total of 16-week prep. So it helps me to feel like I have more variety than I really do, and it gives me the ability to pop and swap a little bit. But in truth, it is still pretty restricted eating, and it takes time. You know, some people don't like to think about what they have to eat or plan it out, but you know, for me personally, for long-term adherence, being able to have some choice and adjust flavors and things that I might be wanting to eat instead of just saying, hey, meal 1 is chicken and rice, meal 2 is beef and rice. You know, it works for me. So I'll probably just do egg whites, bagels, and grits. So today I have 35 grams of protein, 125 grams of carbs, and 0 grams of added fat. So let's set my carbohydrates first. So we're gonna go grits, 35, we'll go 35 grams of carbs from grits. We're gonna go a plain bagel, Bubba's plain bagel. That brings us up to 80 grams of carbs right there. Let's do a rice cake. That brings us up to 90. Let's do 1.5 bagel. All right, we're gonna bump some more grits. I'm just kind of going back and forth, adjusting the quantities of my carbohydrate intake until it, so I've got grits, plain bagels, and rice cake that I'm going to be eating, and I'm just in my FitnessPal. Let's see if you can see this. Yeah, so you can see I've got my carb sources inputted, and I'm just going to be going ahead and adjusting the quantities until it reaches 125 grams of carbs. And I do have the premium version, which makes things easier. So we have arrived at 60 grams of grits dry, 1.5 bagel, and what do you got? 1 rice cake. So then we'll fill the rest in with protein, liquid egg whites, and that's going to be 322 grams of liquid egg whites. So I got my meal planned, and now I got to cook it. Now we can get to eating. Alright, so just finished up making my first meal. Grits, egg whites with some tomatoes, rice cake, and I got my bagels in here. And I just keep them in the tin foil because I like to eat these last, and that keeps them warm after I've toasted them and kind of makes them a little bit almost like gummy, like doughy, and I really like that. So I'm gonna throw some good old sriracha on this. That's what we're looking like here. And I'm gonna dig in. Very nice. So I'm gonna get this meal down, and I'll see you back here in a couple hours for meal 2. All right, so it's been a couple hours, so I'm back for meal 2. This one's gonna be super simple. Just gonna be chicken, rice, and some Pop-Tarts. So getting to it, because my hunger is right on time. I think it's been about 2.5, 3 hours, and I'm actually starving. So my high day, a lot of these foods you're gonna see are, I'm not doing like super high fiber or super high fat. And again, some pretty simple carbohydrates, some sugar in there, just to make sure that the digestion is good and that I'm able to get in all my food. If I were to eat like just all potatoes today or a bunch of fibrous foods or carbohydrates, I might not be able to get all the food in, just because it is, eating 125 to 150 grams of carbs for each meal is quite a lot. So yeah, chicken, rice, and some Pop-Tarts. I like unfrosted Pop-Tarts, okay? I don't know why, but I like unfrosted Pop-Tarts. So let me know, are you team frosted Pop-Tarts or team unfrosted Pop-Tarts? Let me know in the comments. So go ahead and start getting to it, and I'm just gonna do some air fried chicken, and super simple. Just pop it in the air fryer. The rice is already made, so get to it. Make sure you preheat that air fryer. That's how you get it nice and crispy. We do 375 for 17 minutes. That's the magic combo. Come on. Okay. Whoa. Chill out. Wait, get back. Get back. Oh, psych. Alright, come on, person. Good girl. Here you go, Pen. Good girl. Alright, go lay down. Go on. Go on. Love that sound. So chicken is done. I'm ready to rock and roll. Alright, so we'll set that aside. I get my rice set up. I got my rice ready already in the rice cooker. So I need 250 grams of rice. $2.50, $2.49, $2.50. Come on. $2.49 per kilo. Alright, so I got my rice. All good to go. Now I need my chicken. I need 115 grams of chicken. So we'll get that cut up. Clear the scale. So, boom. Just come right in. Kitchen shears. Nice and easy. Nice juicy chicken. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. So there's my chicken. And now I just need decisions. Damn. Who fucked these up, man? What the fuck? I don't want that. I don't want that. I need a freshie. So I'm gonna go with my strawberry unfrosted. I'm gonna do one of those. And I will do, what else do we got? Strawberry frosted. Strawberry frosted. I'm gonna do half of a strawberry frosted. Looks good to me. So meal 2, got 250 grams of white rice, 115 grams of chicken, 1.5 Pop-Tarts. So strawberry unfrosted and strawberry frosted. Same macros as last meal, which is going to be 125 grams of carbs, 35 grams of protein, and no added fats. So if you were to plug these into my Fitness Pal, the numbers that I spit out here, or the serving sizes, 250 rice, 1.5 Pop-Tarts, you might come up with slightly more protein, carbs, and fat than what I'm listing, because my plan is based off of direct macros. So when I go through my Fitness Pal, I basically log things in this order: protein, carbs, fat, or I might do carbs, protein, fat, right? So, but when I go in, I am just, I'm saying, well, what's my carb source gonna be? So I picked white rice and Pop-Tarts. So I'm adjusting the portion sizes of white rice and Pop-Tarts to make 125 grams of carbohydrates. Now with that comes a little bit of fat, so they're mostly fat-free, very low fat carb sources, and with that comes maybe a little bit of protein, but I'm not counting those protein and trace fat amounts towards my fat and protein macronutrients. So when I come in and I do my protein numbers, I'm literally just looking at chicken, 35 grams of protein from chicken, but the trace protein from the rice and the Pop-Tarts adds up to give me a little bit more than 35 from that meal. So kind of a little bit complicated, but when you really grasp direct macros, it's really not. So I do this because this ensures that the protein sources that I'm getting are from all high quality protein sources. I don't want to log the 2 or 3 grams of protein from my Pop-Tart as protein, because that is probably not a great protein source. So I want to make sure that all 35 grams of protein in my meal are coming from a high quality source. And the same thing goes for your fats. I don't want to log my fat intake from Pop-Tarts or some sort of inferior fat source. I would prefer to use added fats in the form of healthy oils, avocado, things like that. So that's why we use direct macros, and I kind of track things the way that I do. So yeah, I'm gonna just put on some sea salt right onto the rice. Do a little bit of sriracha again, not much. And that's it. I'm ready to rock and roll. Same deal. Get this meal down 2.5, 3 hours from now. Bang out another one. So I will see you in a couple hours. Alright, what's up guys? So we're at meal 3 at this point, which is going to be my pre-workout meal. Carbs are a little bit higher on the pre and post meals at 150 grams of carbs. Just you know, usually my pre-workout meal, I try to keep it a little bit lighter. So using cream of wheat as my carb source, along with some apple butter here. So this stuff I'm really a big fan of. It's basically just applesauce, using some flavored cream of wheat. And then I've got rice cake and a moon pie. And that's 3 packets of this, 38 grams of the apple butter, and the moon pie and the rice cake. That brings me up to 150 grams of carbs. So, and then I'll be banging out 42 grams of the Diamatize vanilla isolate. So just gonna whip this together and get to it. I got legs here in about an hour, so you know, get this down. Won't be too filling on my stomach. Go smash out legs in an hour, and then back home for post-workout. So I'll whip this together and let you guys see what the full spread looks like before I get to eating it. All right, so I got my meal all set up. Stuff, cream of rice, or sorry, cream of wheat. Looks like that. Let's see if we can get it to focus. Probably not. But that's the apple butter right there in the center. And then just got my whey right here. And what I usually do to my cream of wheat beyond that is I'll just, a little sugar-free syrup, just a little swirl. There, and then a couple cracks of sea salt, and we're ready to rock and roll. The meal took literally like 5 minutes, if that, to even put together. Super quick, super easy, very fast digesting. So, it's hot as shit. Delicious. So I'm gonna get this down, get some more work done for about an hour, head to the gym, smash legs, back home to keep eating some more. So that'll be meal 4. At meal 6, I have a free meal that I can eat, which I don't know what I'm gonna eat yet, but I guess we'll find out. So I'll see you back here then. And if you've never had a moon pie, man. All right, meal 4. Just got back from the gym. It's gonna be my post-workout meal. Pup, say hi. It's gonna be my post-workout meal, same as the pre-workout meal, which is 150 grams of carbs and 35 grams of protein and no added fat. So I'm not gonna spend too much time on this meal because it's pretty much the same as my second meal, but just a little bit more carbohydrates. So we got, instead of 1.5 Pop-Tarts, we've got 2. And instead of 250 grams of rice, we've got 270, and I've actually got a little bit of honey on here too. I'm gonna pull some of my carbs from one of my other meals, so I'm a little bit over on this. But just chicken, rice, honey, 2 Pop-Tarts. So I'm gonna get this down. It's a little bit late. Leg day usually takes me a little bit longer to get through, just because I need to make sure that I'm nice and warmed up, and you know, I'm old, so I gotta make sure my shit's ready to roll. But the leg day was really good, really simple leg day. I actually pulled back on a little bit of my volume on legs, but it was basically just started with calves, did 3 sets of seated calf raises, and then moved on to seated leg curl, which is my personal favorite hamstring movement. Did 3 sets there, 1 set of 5 to 8, 1 set of 8 to 10, 1 set of 10 to 12. So first set, heavy set to failure, and then the subsequent sets are just basically back off sets. So from there, went to the leg press, and I actually been putting on my lifting shoes and doing like really low on the platform and with a close stance to really emphasize the quads, and that seems to work really well for me. And I really get a good contraction in my quads, and I'm able to load them really well. After that, went to lying leg curls. Both of those, so the leg press, one set of 5 to 8, 1 set of 10 to 12, lying leg curls, same as the seated leg curls, one set of 5 to 8, one set of 8 to 10, one set of 10 to 12. And then after that, I went to some split squats. I love them and I hate them at the same time. And just finished off my quads there and did a couple prowler pushes for some metabolic work. So I'm hungry, worked up an appetite. I had to get this meal in, and I'm probably gonna have some of my last meals of the day kind of run a little bit together, maybe with an hour, hour and a half in between. It's not ideal, but I can do it. I'm hungry. I have the space for the food right now. So yeah, gonna go ahead and get this food in, and I will see you in a little bit for meal 5, which, you know, I might actually do my cheat meal, my free meal next, just because it's about 9 o'clock right now. I usually sit down and unwind with the wifey, so I'd like to have my cheat meal with her, and then my last meal of the day will probably be either after she goes to bed, or maybe I'll even wake up sometime in the middle of the night and just do something convenient like a shake or something like that, just to get the calories in so that I don't miss the meal. So yeah, I'm gonna max this out, and then I'll see you on the next meal. All right, so I went with McDonald's, good old trusty McDonald's, the shittiest of the shit for my free meal. So my free meal has to be roughly, it can't exceed 1,500 calories. So I'm actually gonna be splitting the chicken nuggets and the fries with the wifey, and then I got a deluxe chicken sandwich and a double quarter pounder with cheese. So that puts me right about 1,500 calories for this meal. So you know, I actually, before this last off season that I did, I hadn't eaten McDonald's for years, and just out of nowhere I got craving for McDonald's, and been pretty much eating it since then. So yeah, I don't know, it's kind of shitty, but I like it. So I'm gonna get this down, watch a movie, and then I'll probably it's 10:42 right now, so I'll probably wake up, go to bed here in a little bit, and then wake up somewhere around 1 o'clock and just do like a shake or something that I can just slam down really easy, really quickly. So yeah, gonna enjoy this, gonna max this out, and then I see you for the shake to cap the high day of eating off. All right, so as you can see, it's bright outside. I'm sitting down to eat my first meal of the day following my high day, which obviously means that I did not record my last meal of the day, my meal 6. Honestly, it wasn't really that entertaining anyways, but I'll give you the rundown on what I ended up doing. So I woke up around 2 o'clock in the morning to get my last meal in. And what I ended up doing was I ended up having, in addition to the McDonald's for my free meal, I ended up having 2 moon pies, okay, as a dessert. I borrowed those calories from my last meal, those calories from carbs from my last meal, meal 6, and put them into meal 5, my cheat meal, which was only supposed to be 1,500 calories. So it ended up being 2,100 calories because the moon pies are about 300 a pop. But all things considered, calories are equated, so the end result will mostly be the same. But what I ended up doing for my shake to finish off my calories for meal 6 was, again, a diamondized vanilla isolate, 42 grams of that to give me 35 grams of protein, and then 71 grams of oats. And I just blended it up, chugged it down, and got it in, went back to sleep. So when I woke up, I was really groggy, and anything that I would have filmed would have just been kind of weird in zombie mode. So decided that I would just finish up the video today. So I will go ahead and I'm gonna put these numbers up on the screen, but I'll give you the total rundown for my total food intake for my high day. So total protein content would be 317 grams of protein, carbohydrates were at 812, and fat was 133. So on my high days, there are no added fats in my regular meals. And I don't really eat red meat for any of my regular meals. If I'm eating red meat, it will be in my free meal. So the majority of my fat intake yesterday came from that McDonald's meal, which from that meal alone, not including the moon pies, was 86 grams of fat. For the deluxe chicken sandwich, 5 pieces of nuggets, half of a medium French fry, and a double quarter pounder. That was 86 grams of fat, which is more than I normally eat on a regular day, and more than some people eat, you know what I mean? So the fat adds up quick when you're eating out, and so, you know, that's my free meal. That's what I chose to do with it. Within the plan, so, you know, I have no remorse about it. I woke up this morning about 4 pounds heavier, which is typical of my last few free meals. And usually in the 3 to 4 days following my free meal, I'm hitting a new low weight. So I'm in a really good groove right now, and everything's clicking off the way that it should be at 7 weeks out. So I am sitting down right now, and I'm getting in my first meal of my the next day, which is a medium day. I'm gonna be doing a pull day today. I've got some top sirloin here that I've cooked with some teriyaki sauce, some soy sauce, and a little bit of white rice. So 50 grams of protein from the steak, 35 grams of carbs from the rice, and no added fat. So I figured what I'd do to end the video, I'm gonna go ahead, and I'm training later, but what I like to do after my high day is I like to do a little bit of a pump session at the home. I've got a home gym out here, and then do some posing to see what the carbs have done, how I filled out, and you know, compare the difference between being flat and being full. So I'm gonna get this meal in. I'll see you in the garage where I'll do a little pump session, and we'll end the video with some posing. right, guys, so I got a little bit more posing to do, but this is where I'm going to wrap up the video. So that was a full day of eating on my high day, 7 weeks out. You know, definitely a little bit fuller the day after my high day. So, you know, I think I'm holding a little bit more water than I normally do because of that shitty McDonald's meal, but it'll all level out. So I'm really happy with where I'm at right now, and just excited to keep working and keep pushing and bring that good package to the stage, you know? So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave me a comment, let me know, like the video, subscribe, and share it with anybody that you think might like it too. And I will see you on the next video. And no, I didn't pee myself. Those aren't pee-pee stains on my underwear. I was just sweating because I know there's gonna be some motherfuckers talking shit about, ooh, look, he peed his pants. It's just sweat, guys. All right, I'll see you.